Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at your life on paper and thought, I did everything right, so why does something still feel wrong? You worked hard, you built a career, you provide for your family, but from the outside, it looks like you're winning, but inside your own home, something feels off. Maybe the connection with your wife isn't what it used to be. Maybe your kids are growing up faster than you expected, and you're starting to feel like more of a provider than a presence. And maybe, if you're being honest with yourself, you've started asking yourself a quiet question: how did I get so far ahead in life and so far apart from the people who matter most? If that question resonates with you, then what I'm about to share may be exactly what you've been looking for. The truth is, this happens to a lot of high performing men, not because they're bad husbands, not because they're bad fathers, but because success has a hidden cost. The same traits that help a man win in the professional world, like discipline and ambition and focus and sacrifice, can slowly pull him away from the emotional center of his family. Work becomes the mission, providing becomes the identity, and somewhere along the way, connection quietly fades into the background. Not through betrayal, not through catastrophe, just through drift. Small moments missed, conversations postponed, presence replaced with productivity, until one day you realize something uncomfortable. You're still married, you still love your family, but emotionally the bond isn't where it used to be. Most men respond to this moment in one of three ways. Some ignore it and keep grinding. Some drown it in distraction with things like work and hobbies and scrolling and alcohol. And some begin to feel resentment or quiet loneliness. But there is a fourth option. You can decide to come back, not by abandoning your ambition, not by becoming someone you're not, but by reclaiming the bond that success accidentally weakened. That's why I created something called the Comeback Protocol. The Comeback Protocol is a 12-week transformation process designed specifically for high performing men who want to become a hero at home again, not through grand gestures, not through guilt, but through intentional leadership inside the family. The protocol focuses on three outcomes. First, an unbreakable bond, which is rebuilding an emotional connection with your partner so that your relationship feels like a partnership again, not just a logistical arrangement. And second, present and proud fatherhood, which is becoming the kind of dad your kids actually experience, not just one who works hard to provide for them. And third, success without sacrifice, designing a life where ambition and family stop competing with each other. Instead, they reinforce each other. So, what makes my program different? Most advice about marriage and fatherhood falls into two extremes. On one side, you have generic relationship advice. On the other side, you have motivational slogans about being present. But high performing men need something different. They need structure, they need clarity, they need a system that respects the fact that they're builders, leaders, and problem solvers and are light on time. The comeback protocol is exactly that. It's a step by step process that helps you identify the invisible patterns that weakened your connection, replace them with intentional rituals of leadership, and rebuild the emotional architecture of your family. Because here's the truth most people never say out loud: the same mindset that builds great companies can also build great families if you apply it intentionally. There's a philosophical idea from Socrates that I think about often. He says, the unexamined life is not worth living. Many men examine their careers, they analyze markets, they build strategies, they optimize performance, but very few men step back and examine their family leadership with the same seriousness. Not because they don't care, but because no one ever taught them how. The comeback protocol creates the moment of examination. It helps you step out of autopilot and ask questions like, what kind of husband do I want to be remembered as? What kind of father do my kids experience right now? And if I keep living exactly the way I am today, where will my family relationship be 5 years from now, 20 years from now? Will my kids be around the table with me at Thanksgiving? Or will they find reasons not to be? Those questions change men. So the program runs for 12 weeks, and each week introduces a specific shift. You'll learn how to break the silent drift that weakens connections, interrupt patterns that keep couples emotionally distant, install daily, weekly, and monthly reconnection rituals, lead difficult conversations without defensiveness, restore respect and admiration inside the relationship, and most importantly, create a family culture where connection becomes the default again. By the end of the process, most men notice something surprising. They didn't just improve their relationships, they actually became better leaders in every area of their life. Because when your home life becomes a source of strength instead of stress, everything else improves. If you're watching this and thinking this might be exactly what I need, then I want to invite you to take the next step. The comeback protocol is not for everyone. It's specifically for men who are willing to take responsibility for the direction of the family, men who are ready to lead again, not through control, but through presence. If that sounds like you, the next step is simple. Apply for a comeback alignment call by clicking the button on the bottom of this webpage. During that conversation, we'll talk about where things stand in your life right now, what kind of husband and father you want to become, and whether that protocol is the right path to get you there. Because at the end of the day, success is not measured only by what you build in the world. It's measured by the people who are still standing beside you when the workday ends. If you're ready to become the hero at home again, I'll see you inside the comeback protocol. And one more note about who I am and why I can help you with your own comeback. I was a practicing attorney for almost 2 decades, and I found myself drifting from my family in a way that I never expected that I would. Um, Family life is difficult when you have a high performance job, and I really wanted to reconnect. And as a result, I started examining my life, and I went through a process that was much more complicated than the one that I'm laying out for you. And my hope is that your process will go more smoothly than mine did. I'm no longer practicing as an attorney. I am working solely on helping men regain their relationships with their families. Um, I want to leave a legacy of successful families behind when it's my turn. And I hope that you'll join me on this path. And I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. And again, feel free to click the button below and sign up for a comeback protocol call where we can talk about how I can help you and how you are ready to do the work to rebuild your family. Thank you very much.